Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to FFXIV Games, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't remember where we finished up the last episode, we just got done beating Leviathan. So I went ahead and teleported back here to the Admiral's place so we can go ahead and get started. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I'll permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. I don't know how I feel about that dude. Oh, it's just kind of creepy in all honesty.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Yashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Yashola makes a very good point. She really does. That was a kind of insightful kind of thing if you actually pay attention to what they're saying. Thandial has orders to point you in the direction of Lominsan Underworld. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous highwayman man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. What, you're not gonna add a wink on the end of that? Yes. Alright. And this is a part of the game where they added in the rogue slash ninja, as I said before. It's a fun class. I cannot maximize it for in-game stuff. I can do it for like generic kind of stuff, but I am nowhere near good enough to be able to play it for the really hard stuff. Got business with me, adventurer? Just a little. So, you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what will the doe-eyed wench is... What with all the doe-eyed wench is about, I expect he's got his hands full. He knows Thancred so well. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner that Merlwyb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am Ugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconception as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their work. Might be as my people and I keep the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hills are you waiting for? If you come with us, you Gary of Dole what's it? That's so mean. We can get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? No, it didn't. She gonna flay you. Master Clive, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true fan to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Alrighty. Cool beans. Alright, we get a new weapon. Let's go ahead and do some other stuff too. Let's use that minion. That minion. Use that orchestration. That orchestration. And now the weapon. Nope, nope. Nope, no. Let's see. An omnitome. Oh, that's got a face on it. Oh, that's kind of disturbing. Trying to see if he. Nope, its eyes stay open. I was wondering if his eyes would close if we put it away. Ugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea with the galleon's deck, from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage such invited to play a part, I cannot speak today, can I? I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humble thanks. Would that I could do so in person. but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alrighty. Back to Mordona. I am yawning something fierce. I don't know why. Alright, before we go and talk to her, let's go and unlock the next, or get the mission for the next dungeon. I think it's that one. Bozang has the satisfied look of a man who has found that which he seeks. You're Clive Jett. By the onion, I was hoping that you'd come by. I've got a message from an old friend of mine. Needs your help for an important task, he says. It's highly confidential business, so I can't give you his name. Let's just say he's well known in Limsa. Odds are, you'll recognize him. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to divulge anymore. If you've a mind to take on the task, head over to Limsa and seek out a bloke named Dinson. He's not my friend, mind you, but one of his men. Alright, so we're meeting with an underling.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve. Revolution.
Okay, if that didn't scream sinister to you, I don't know what will. Like, that has got to be some of the most sinister thing I've ever seen. At least in this game so far. Alrighty, what's next? The Great Divide. Memphilea's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Aldessian. Can't imagine why. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Odianje will send word if there are any developments. Until such a time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mughal Mod the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet, all is not well in the Twelves Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Priscilla, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. That was her mother. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah, this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Ascilla, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Clive, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Okay, so we got a slight problem. So people started hearing that we took in the Domans, and now all the other refugees that were staying at Ul'dah, or trying to stay at Ul'dah, heard about it, and now they're coming here expecting us to do the exact same thing for them that we did for the Domans. Which we cannot really do, because apparently Revenant's Toll is already kind of stretched thin on resources. Alrighty, there you are. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Winfilia. Worthless woman. If you remember, she did absolutely nothing. She didn't even lift a hand while we infiltrated the Sahagin place. That's why I don't like her. She doesn't do crap. And I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we don't know why she does. Well, be praised. It is you. We're ready and willing to work. Same as the Domans. Just give a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. But beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what we got took. They say these works and these not for honest man, not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it only getting worse. When the calamity brought down on our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but I can even see what's coming. I knew we had to run, and the only question was where. And then it came to me, Remnant's toll. I mean, you took in them foreigners, didn't you? So you surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've got nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. Oh, Potato was wrong. Haru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. This can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven Hells, now the Blaze have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you don't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. But I don't care about the little bastard yet. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalimo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Clive. Okay. Before we go there, let's go unlock the mission. Oh, no, go. Wait, I'm so stupid. I'm so absolutely stupid. I have a return spell. That would have made it easier. quickest way. I think it's the aft castle. So now we gotta go meet the subordinate of the guy's friend and figure out what he wants with us. You're Clive's yet, aren't you? The chief will be pleased you came. Now, time's of essence, so we'll get straight to business. During your travels, you might have heard tell of Mr. Beard, the legendary pirate, if you remember the Admiral was talking about him. Hells, I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard of the bloke. Ain't a soul in Linsa that don't know of his exploits. Nary a ship on the five seas was saved from Miss Beard's grasp, not even the golden fleet of Ul'dah. But one day, at the height of his notoriety, a man vanished without a trace while sailing the Rotana. Since then, rumors have spread that Miss Beard left behind a treasure trove of plunder. Folk will believe it's somewhere out there, just waiting to be plucked like a ripe fruit. Your task pertains to that treasure. Ooh, I like that treasure. I'll take over from here, Dinston. Oh, hey, it's you, her right hand. Greetings, my friend. It has been a while since you sent Leviathan to the bottom of the Indigo Deep. Before I begin, it's been a while. It was the last episode. Let me make it clear that I do not request your aid in the capacity as Storm Marshal. Nay, the matter is purely private. With that detail established, I shall continue Dinston's tale. For a time, folk had lost interest in Amir Spirit's cache, such was its elusiveness. But recent developments have treasure hunters across the realm stirring anew. South of Ilbrin, upon the Rotana Sea, there lie the Saudales. Along the fringes of these remote islands, there is an expanse of water into which few ships dare venture. Nature has conspired to perpetually shroud the area in heavy mist. A man can only see his own hand in front of him. Be it by accident or intent, countless vessels have entered the mist, never to be seen again. Over the years, some few survivors have washed ashore with tales of an island hid within, which appeared without warning to smash their ships into flotsam. So it was that the legend of Holbear Isle was born. I think I said that wrong. In the wake of the calamity, however, it came to be that the mist would lift under certain conditions, and as luck would have it, on one such day, a merchantman mistakenly sailed straight into the area. The ship eventually came upon a deserted isle, where it made an astonishing discovery: the Har, Miss Spirit's own flagship, lying broken within a cove. Though he yearned to explore the wreck, the captain wisely chose to return to familiar waters before the mist could regather. Upon returning to Limsa, he forbade his crew from revealing the discovery to a single soul. But word inevitably spread, as is often the way of such things. Even as we speak, treasure hunters are scrambling to find a way to the legendary Hullbreaker Isle, that they may claim Miss Spirit's cache. I would have you get there before they do, Clive, and retrieve a single object from the Har, a golden coffer bearing Miss Spirit's crest. The chief would do the job himself, but his being Storm Marshal is like to attract unwanted attention. That's why he wants you to go instead. So long as you bring back what he asked for, you're welcome to keep whatever else you find. Works for me. Though I make my request off the record, I must impress upon you that the matter is of grave import to our nation's future. I shall be praying for your success. That seems fair. I get the one item for him, I get to keep everything else, and I get to become an even bigger hero in their eyes. Now, no doubt you're wondering how to get to the island. I've got a ship moored at the Morby dry docks. Meet me there when your preparations are in order, and I'll ferry you over. Works for me. Everything in order? Then let's get you over to Hullbreaker Isle before it's a swarm with scavengers. I'll get us there in one piece, never you fear. I've been keeping an eye on the weather, and I know exactly when the mist will be clear up. When you arrive, make your way to the wreck of the Heart. Miss Spirit's coffers are bound to be somewhere inside. As for how you're supposed to get back afterwards, I'm sure you'll figure something out. The resourceful venturer that you are. I'll be waiting for you in Limsa. Wow. Way to really go out of your way for me. Alright, but that unlocks the next dungeon, and that's all the time I got for you guys today. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to keep seeing more of my idioticness, something like that. And then also check out my Twitch channel, because I'll be doing some more in-game stuff for this game and playing other games on there. But other than that, thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see y'all next time.